There are things that we experience but never talk about. A shadow moving in a corner, flickering of the lights, a disembodied voice. We invite you to talk with us, share your story, share your evidence, because this isn't just your story, this is our story. This is GhostBox.
And happy Sunday. This is GhostBox Live. All right, we're back on. All right, it just turned off a second ago. Now it's back on, the flashlight, that is. So that's why I had it start on this camera, because this had gone off. The Ovilus, the one in front that says Ovilus 4, had said grasp, attack, stone, and numb. That's what's come through there so far. On the other one behind it, the Ovilus 5, it is paragraph and rolled. But I'm more interested in what this one is saying, because when it said attack, it said it very loudly, and the flashlight went off. And it stayed on for a little while. Just before I started the broadcast, it changed and it turned back off. So I'm going to ask, if there's a spirit that's running the flashlight, could you turn that flashlight back off for me, please? Are you able to turn that flashlight off for me? If so, can you do so now, please? You turned it off before and you turned it back on. So if you could do that, I'd really appreciate it. Hey, everybody, how are you doing? So we're just starting off with some flashlight play. Are we? I mean, honestly, that's the question, because, I think it's going off. It went off. It went off. Okay. So I asked it to turn off. It eventually turned off. Is that actually flashlight play or not? I mean, it seemed very aggressive on the Ovilus, and the way it said attack was really interesting. So, just kind of starting things off like really, really quickly and very, very strongly. So I just wanted to start off that way and kind of see what we get. Now, since we asked before, we asked for the flashlight to turn on, and it did. Can you turn off? It did that. Can you turn the flashlight on one more time for us, please, so that we know you are trying to connect with us? Can you turn that flashlight back on for us, please? Thank you very much. Really appreciate it. Well, that's a good start, isn't it? All right. Thank you very much. Okay, thanks. Not to get, all right, just please. Not to get too greedy, though. There's other stuff that I'm wondering if you could turn on for me. All right. So right behind there, you have this. This is me. Can you do that for me? Can you mimic that for me, please? It's called a REM pod. There's an antenna. Can you hit the antenna for me and make the lights go off for me, please? Because you possibly make the flashlight work. What about the antenna on the REM pod? Make the lights go off for me, please. We'll see. We'll see what happens, right? So just a couple things before we get started. First of all, if you can, please share this video out. I'm hoping that we have a good night here with some spirit communication. What is that? Z. The letter Z. I mean, in the UK, you'd say Z, just saying. So if you could share it out, that'd be great. Also, for those who are interested in such things, I do a lot of my own content. If you have an opportunity, I would really love it if some of you would check out my Patreon page and some of the rewards that we have going with it. Membership starts as low as $2 a month, and it really helps me out. So if it's something you'd consider checking out, patreon.com/GhostBox Live. So it's really interesting stuff. Let's see here. So we had the flashlight go off. We've had the Ovilus 4 go off. Ovilus 5 has had a couple things. what we're going to do tonight, we're going to try to do some spirit communication and reach out to loved ones. I see that. I don't, I mean, I'm hoping that it is intelligent communication. It just kind of seems to be going on and off. But, when I did ask it to go on, it did go on by itself. Can you turn off the flashlight, please? You have it on. Can you turn it back off? Otherwise, I'm not sure if it's actually spirit communication or not. So it's up to you if that's something that you would like to do. So just going through some comments here real fast. Somebody here, let me see, on my personal page had said, is audio working? Mary Pennington asks, is audio working? If you can't hear me, let me know. And I know it's kind of hard because, maybe you're reading my lips or something. Just let me know, because you should be able to hear me. You never know with this stuff. Yeah, so we got that. So good. I'm glad. I am so glad. And as a reward, I haven't seen him in a while, to be very honest. But let's try. Linus, are you around? I actually haven't seen Linus in a couple hours, which is, trust me, that is rare for that animal. So I'll just kind of put it out there again. Linus, if you're around, come on down. I think it's better luck for us to try to get spirits than Linus, though, to be perfectly honest. So let's see here. Okay. If that works for you. Jeremy, we don't have a special theme this week. I was actually talking with Anne about it a little bit earlier, that I just thought that we might try to reach out to see, because I'm still on that Gettysburg kick. Hope I haven't bored everyone to death with that. But might see if someone like there might, from there might talk to us. Otherwise, loved ones would also be, I think, just fine tonight too. Just anyone we want to talk to, anyone you want to reach out to. Sydney, you responded how I would to Jeremy. Jeremy says Linus is probably with the Great Pumpkin, and I would have said the same thing. Linus is the Great Pumpkin, because he's fat. But anyway, so what we have over here is we have, as usual, we have we got that. We also have flashlight. If you want to have the flashlight go off and have that stop, that would be great. We also have two oviluses tonight, an ovuli, if you dare say. We have the Ovilus 4 and we have the Ovilus 5. If you ever watched Price is Right and they have that big wheel and it beeps every time it goes around, and then when it slows down, it just like beeps, beeps, beeps. That's kind of what's going on with this thing right now. Might be thrown out of the house here pretty quickly. We have two Oviluses tonight. I thought I would do something a little bit different and have them both going. And I do have a K2 here. Now, the problem with having the K2 here is simply that if it goes off next to me, only I'm going to be like, oh, wow, it's going off. And you're all going to be like, did it? I'm not going to lie to you. But, I mean, I personally would also want to see it myself. I'm going to have it over here. I'm not going to have it on the table tonight. There's enough stuff going on already over there. And then we also have the Linus detector. It always goes off when he's around. So it is kind of weird that I don't see him around at all. I'm sure he's poofing out somewhere, but normally he's around. So I'm not quite sure what's going on. Quilt through the Ovilus 4. Now, the thing about that is, remember last week, the Ovilus 5, and last week it was Tuesday, right? the Ovilus 5 is having all the words come through, and we didn't have the Ovilus 4 out. Now we have the Ovilus 5 that has 2 words so far, but the Ovilus 4 has been going crazy. If you can keep up with all these numbers that I'm throwing out at you, 4s and 5s and all that good stuff. So I find that to be very interesting. We'll see how things go. And we'll just kind of go from there, see what happens. Just saying hello to a few people. Hello there. Good to see you. Thank you for so much. Actually, you reminded me. Just folks, remember Tuesdays and Thursdays, Ane does one question reading. She'll be on Tuesday night. That's going to be at 8 p.m. Central Standard Time. Thursday, 7 p.m. Central Standard Time. One question readings. And does an amazing job on them. But also I wanted to bring up the fact that she is my guest next week on GhostBox Radio with Greg Bakun on AM 950. She is going to be doing the same thing she does Tuesdays and Thursdays, but you can call in, you can ask her live on the air a question, have a bit of interaction with her, which you don't normally get to such a great extent on the lives, because that's just how it works. But if you call into the radio show, you can have a little back and forth. And if you listened to my show today, and I know a lot of you didn't, but if you did, you would see that someone who called in today, we had him on almost for a segment, just because he was very interesting, had some really good insight. His name was Terry. And, it's really fun to be able to talk with folks who are, not necessarily paranormal investigators, but they have a very strong interest in the paranormal. Paranormal stuff happens to them. I want to hear their stories. And Terry was fantastic. Another gentleman by the name of Bob, Bob called in, and he just was he was just talking about something that he called earlier about, and he did some follow-up work, and it was great. And yes, Glenn did watch it, and don't think I don't notice who's paying attention. I know. I've been watching you all. And Pamela also, as usual, had been joined in. It's at 4 p.m., guys, on a Sunday. I get it, but it's a good show. It's available on Spotify, iTunes, Google. It's on Paranormal United Network too, if you want to catch the replay. And we just we enjoy it. It's a lot of fun. It's a lot of fun to be able to just talk paranormal. Ane is going to be on next Sunday, and then I'm not quite sure who I'm going to have on after that. I'm trying to get some UFO folks in, because we had that interesting report. It's not very interesting. It didn't say anything that we didn't already know, but the report was released, and I want to talk to some people about it, about how it's maybe a bit of a non-report, but nevertheless talk about it and really do something else. And also, Jeremy, I'm just giving you all a hard time. I totally get that, it's totally busy. I mean, you all are having your shows and stuff too. So it's totally fine. I like to kid. I was born that way. So let's see here. First of all, where am I here? Shannon. Shannon's a newbie. Welcome. Let me explain what's going to happen here tonight for those who have not joined in before, and thank you for joining in. Hopefully you find this to be interesting. I take some paranormal equipment like the spirit box, and we're going to try to reach out to loved ones, any spirits who want to talk to us, document what's going on. Sometimes we have a lot of folks on here who just want to hear from loved ones, and though I don't guarantee a response, we do try. We do try to get responses in. And sometimes we get them, and I think it's been a lot of fun when we do get them. Once again, if you do not get a response from your loved one, it does not mean they don't love you. I mean, I've seen this before, folks. I've seen some of you get a little worked up that, Grandpa, Frank doesn't get back to you. And the fact of the matter is, it's just because we don't know what it takes. I mean, I don't know. Maybe some of you know. I certainly don't know what it takes to get into the box or get one of these devices to go off. So please don't take it as a personal slight if, Aunt, Mary doesn't come through for you. There's probably a good reason for it. Water, though, it's good. And then, it takes a couple minutes to get the box up and running. It takes some time to kind of get things moving. Sometimes we turn it on and bang, there's a lot of responses right away. And, we just kind of go with the flow. If I'm trying to reach out to a loved one of yours, but someone else comes to the box, I'm going to go follow the lead of who's talking to us. No offense to your loved one, but we don't just let people just sit there while we're still trying to connect with someone else. We'll go back and try to connect. But my point of this is I want to make sure that I'm not losing any leads. Uh-oh. Come on. You guys are just like, can you just get on with it? No. Just hold on a second. Oh, all right. All right. Because some people like him better than me, this, my friends, is Linus, also known as Liney Doodle, right? Yes. And he is truly the one who gets the spirits. Yep. I can't see what it says. We'll look in a second. You move too quickly and this cat will rip your face off. So you got to be very careful, don't you? Yes, you do. So this is Linus. He is a very loving animal. He will probably slit my throat while I sleep tonight because I'm doing this. All right? But he knows this is what happens when you come near me during Spirit Box session, that you're going to be put on camera. You're just how it works. You're going to be put on camera. So that was Linus. And we kind of go from there. Ovilus 5 says rolled maybe above. Ovilus 4 just said mark, M-A-R-K. Is there a mark here? So to those of you wondering, Linus is a big cat. He is a large animal. He is somebody who is heavy, and he's a big rag doll. Is the kind of cat he is. He's a rag doll cat. So very lovable. He has a bit of a anger complex. I don't know. It's the best. He has a short fuse. You can only play with him so much before he kills. But the thing is that you saw that face, right? I mean, you just saw that furry face, and you're just like, oh my God, just rip my face off. Who cares? He's just so adorable. So if you're not a fan of cats, I get it, but he's just a little he's a good eater. He's something. He is something. So let's talk to Spirit. Before we do protection, I want you all to tell me what box you want to use tonight. Do you want to use the original SB7, which this is actually the very first piece of paranormal equipment that I own, this very box? Or you want to use the most recent one, the SB7T, which is a different sort of system for communicating using Spirit Box technology. So I want to use old or new, and then think about what sweep rate we want to use. I'm going to let you all decide tonight what the sweep rate is. I want to let you all decide what, just so you all know, you're all saying SB7. These are both SB7. Just want to make sure you're saying the SB7 and not the T, okay? I know it's confusing. It's like who's on first. Right? Psst. Hey, you. Yeah, I know. He's one of those cats that you just even say something to him and he'll just meow back at you. A lot of times it's just like a silent meow, just like, it's just adorable. It's just adorable, for goodness sake. You do not have to do protection if you do not want to. I know that there's people on here who do investigating, and they don't do protection. No problem on my end. I don't judge. But what I would like to say for those of you who have not done it is that that don't do this on a regular basis. We do protection. just to make sure there isn't anything that's going to glom onto you energetically. Okay. All we're asking for is spirits that are of love and light, what we call love and above. And we only want spirits that want to interact with us in a meaningful way, not any bottom feeders, not any elementals, none of that stuff that's going to just cause problems. Doesn't mean they necessarily don't show up. So what we do is we just want to protect ourselves to make sure that we're not getting any of that stuff to us, and that we can have a spirit box session where everyone feels safe, and when we're done, right? That there isn't any sort of like lingering spirits, that we close the circle and that you all are safe. That is my number one concern and priority, is that you are all safe. So why don't we do this? It starts at your heart, protection wise. And what that means is that just imagine like a glowing light that starts in your heart, and then it starts to get larger and larger and larger and larger. And what's happening here is that this is your goodness, your confidence, your spirit guides, your loved ones, all coming from your heart and blowing and making it larger and larger and larger. And what happens is that it will eventually envelop you, and it's just this wonderful shield, this energetic shield that protects you. It's you're the one in charge here. You might even feel some some tingling. If you don't, that's fine too. But you just feel it, okay? And then what you do, and I can feel it. I think it's going to be an interesting night, folks. What you do is you take that and you just push it. You push it all around, because what you want to be able to do is you want to protect certain people, right? You want to protect everyone in your house. Get it on the ceilings, get it on the walls, include the animals, right? Include anyone who's in your house, because what you want to be able to do is everyone in your house to be protected. And that is the way that I do it. And hopefully it works for you all. So it's only up to you if you want to, allow that to come through. But we're gonna proceed now. We're gonna use the original SP7 Spirit Box. Let me know what I do. A 200 sweep rate, reverse sweep rate on this. Is that good? Do y'all want to do that? Do you want to do something else? Okay, let me know. I'm just going to take a look at some comments real fast. And other people are saying what they're using for protection and stuff. And that's a great thing about this, folks, is that it is up to you. If it works for you, that's all that matters. That is all that matters, that it works for you. I see the Linus detector going off. I don't know if you can over there, because I have it kind of covered. And I do call it Linus detector because whenever he's walking around, he seems to set that off. So might be the static electricity, might be whatever else. But that's this little guy right here. You see it? Here, why don't we move it like that? Now you can see it. There you go. K2 not going off. None of these are going off. So folks, since I have some new people here, what I tend to do in my investigations, those of you who investigated with me before, first of all, I make sure that I introduce myself. So we start off with two spirits. My name is Greg, and I would like to talk to any spirit that wants to talk to us tonight. I have a number of people watching who have loved ones that you might be watching your loved one right now, watching me, and we want to reach out to you. So please consider talking with us tonight. We just come with open hearts, good intentions, and we want to be able to communicate with you. I am going to ask that you talk to me through this device right here and use me as the conduit, please. And what you will do is you can use me as a conduit and then come out your voice through this. I don't know if you've heard your voice in a long time. We would like to hear your voice. We're not here to exploit you. All we want to do is be able to hear you, help you if you need it, or just help somebody here who would love to talk with you. Also, there's a couple things over here. If you do not want to use this box, you can use this and it can go on. If you come near it, it will light up. So please consider doing that. That would show me that you are here. Also, and this is me, folks, please come over here and you can turn it on. You've turned on the flashlight. You can manipulate words through these devices to come through so we can hear more words. You can make this bell move. That we have seen that before. And then also this little guy right here, which doesn't seem to be working. So better yet. So let's see here. Paul, thank you for joining us from Australia. That is fantastic. That hopefully this is worth your time and that you're just not like, all right, well, there's a way to spend a couple of, a way to spend some hours. So, yeah. So let's see here. Why don't we start? Donna is sending love from the UK. One of my favorite places. When I go out to the UK, I tend to stay at a friend's in Birmingham. And then I'm actually a really big British television, not even enthusiast, but expert, especially the old stuff. So I do a podcast on it. And it's one of my favorite things to do. Hooked up the wrong box. They look the same. Could you imagine the mistake of that? Oh my goodness. Let's talk to spirits, folks. You've been all patient enough. I introduced myself. I'm Greg. Did you say hello? Now remember, please, try to be one at a time. Okay? Second time from that female. I'm hearing a female voice. Could you tell me your name, please? Did you all hear the female voice? So when I talked about the female, it stopped. Anybody else here want to talk to us? Sound like my name. Is Casa on here tonight? Female voice. Can you tell me your name, please? Also, through the obelisk here, the name Mark came through. Whoa, something else is came through. Wait. Mark, are you here? Do you have any loved ones? Do you have any loved ones watching us right now? That are, did you hear Mark's name come through? Now your name came through on Tuesday, didn't it? And a few of you are saying that you think it's a child that came through. If you're a child, if you're young, don't be afraid. We'd love to hear from you. I feel like I'm getting validation chills for it. I got some massive chills during the radio show today. When I think it was Bob talking about his stuff. There's this one female that keeps coming through. It's me. She said it's me. Who are you, though? Huh? Okay, I'm glad I wasn't the only one that heard that. Whoops. Hi, Angela. Hearing this. Okay. It's a young female voice is what I'm hearing. What do you see? Something got Linus's attention. What? What do you see? All right. Let's get to some stuff here, okay? For that young female voice that I keep hearing, please come through as much as you want, but please give me a name so that I know that you want to talk to me, okay? Or if there's somebody here you want to reach out to, okay? All right, Lauren, let me ask you real fast. Is your name Ann? My name is, but I think I just talked over me. I keep talking over them. Said my name is, I talked over the rest of it. Could you tell us your name again, please? Now, a number of you are hearing names coming through. Some of you are hearing names that you want to hear. Please know, even if I'm not hearing it, doesn't mean it's not happening, and that it is, if it resonates with you, then it's good, okay? Now, your name isn't Ann, or is it Ann? These are great responses coming in, actually. They need to be slowed down, though. All right, let me do this. Denise, as you know, there's no guarantees. "17 years is a long time. Very long time. Rena, it's at 200.
I didn't.
I love you. Rose, was that you? Rose, could you please come through for Denise? I know that she knows that you're around, but I'd love to hear your voice. I would love to hear your name or Denise's name. Can you say your name, please? Could you please say your name? It's been 17 years. You can only imagine how tough that is. Interesting. Rose, can I please hear your name? Now, my sister heard Rose. Rose, if you may have come through and I may have missed it. It's sometimes tough. Feel free to come through however you want. Also, if you want to have something over there turn on or move or something, I'm here. Or if you want to go directly to your daughter, give her just a tap. Make her feel like that there's love in the room. I thought you said she's going over there. Look out, Denise. Here she comes.
What?
Denise thought, okay, you thought you heard your mom's name too? That is good. That is really, really good. I hope so. Like I said, if I don't hear it, it doesn't mean it didn't happen. Please know that. You know, just like, where are we? Just like Susan said that she heard yes through her speaker, her headphones. If it resonates, that's all that matters. You don't need me to officially be like, yes, it was said. It's more like, how are we hearing it ourselves, right? Just reading comments, folks.
Find it.
What are you?
Now, you said that you heard your fiance's name, though, right? You heard Raymond come through. I'll do my best for you. Winnie, are you here to reach out to Amanda and your grandson, Raymond? Am I being too personal by calling you Winnie?
.com. 7.8.
Would you prefer if I called you Winifred? I don't. So Winnie would be fine?
364.
Winnie, can we hear your name, please? Grandson.com?
What do you want?
What do you want? Some female voice like, what do you want? Well, just so you know, you also get this, so, okay, all right. People are hearing Raymond. Winnie, could I hear you loud and clear, please? I hope I'm not reaching out to you too soon. It's just that your family misses you so much already, which is a great testament to who you are. Jeff, what are you looking for? Good. That's always a concern of mine, as you well know. It'd also be what I would say if I crossed over. And I'm just like, what do you people want? Right? God, you got a little face.
What's your?
There you go. I think that was her. I really do. What's your? And then she just. Good.
He's moving.
I feel like she's coming through, to be very honest. I think we've been getting some responses that I don't know her at all, but it feels like it's it's good. And I'm feeling energy in here, to be very honest. I'm not necessarily thinking that it's Winnie. Who's giving me the rush of energy right now? Can you tell me your name, please?
Thank you.
That wasn't clear, but you're male. You're a male.
That's
Do I know you?
Yeah.
Oh, hell yeah. Oh, jeez. You are a shit. You really are. Sorry, folks. This is a little creep who will scare me when I'm trying to do a spirit box session, and he knows that I am so focused that suddenly I feel a claw on me. Right? He scared me. What are you gonna do? What are you gonna do? They're talking amongst themselves. They don't even need me. Jeff, did you respond to me? Because you asked, I hope I get a response. What are you looking for? Could you let me know, please? Because I'm trying to understand, like, what are you wanting to have asked? Just reading comments. So Chuck, I'm reading your comment. Chuck says, I received a gift today from someone who knew my parents who have both passed. Didn't think I'd see them again. It's set up in my home now, and my family is very thankful for it. I hope my parents are aware that it is back in the family, and maybe they will come through for me tonight. Chuck, what are your parents' names? Did we try for David before? Did we get David before? Did he ever go by Dave? I thought I just heard Dave. Anyone else hear that? If you haven't, don't worry. I'm not trying to put something in your head. Not with me. David, Donna wants to talk to you. Are you here, David?
Who's that?
Who's that? Well, I'm Greg, and Donna's brother, David, we're trying to reach. Is that you, David? Did he go by Dave, or did he always go by David? Avila says if, I-F. I just heard Donna. And I heard Dave earlier, but I just heard Donna. Dave, is that you? Are you trying to reach out to your sister? think we got your brother's name. I heard your name come through. Chuck, did your parents ever call you Charlie? Or was it always Chuck? Let me know, please. I remember the days that Linus would not come out here when I'd have the spirit box coming. Those days seem to have been gone. He is now kind of running the show over here. He's just having a grand old time walking around. Hey there, how are you doing? I haven't seen you in a while. Thank you for joining. Chucky. I thought I heard like Charlie. Oh, well, hold on. Your dad's name is Charlie. Charlie, are you Chuck's father? Did you come through? Marianne, are you here by chance too? Chuck is looking for both of you. Did you see what Chuck was talking about? What he got? The gift that he got?
What number?
It's in his house. Have you seen it? He'd really like to hear from both of you tonight. Is that a possibility? All right, Marianne and Charlie, feel free to come through however you like, whether it is through these devices over here. What is that? Or come through here, okay? All right. Let's see, Jeff, your adopted mother. Let's see what we could do for you, Jeff. Her name is Margaret. Her spirit name is Margaret. What does that mean, Jeff? Did she identify herself as a different name as Spirit? For Jeff. Margaret, are you here for Jeff? Can you come through, please? I thought I heard your name, buddy. Margaret, is that you? Can you say hi to Jeff, please? Jeff, Margaret a little intense. Like, not like in a bad way, but kind of pointed, focused. Was she focused at all? Margaret, are you still here with us? Okay, because that's what I'm getting right now. I am getting very focused on her. I feel that focus, I feel it. And that's why I wondered about it. I mean, it's very strong. She is very strong. Wow. Can you let Jeff know that you're there? Can you go to his place, let him know that you're there, please? I love you.
What do you want?
Another what do you want? Thanks, Glenn. I appreciate that.
Okay.
Let's just one more. Let's see. Glenn, Rena thought your name came through, which is always cool. I'm always happy to see that. Lauren, I'm so sorry for your loss. That's my dad's birthday, actually. 49. That's no age. Is Lauren's brother here by chance? Can you say your sister's name, please? Lauren, is Guy your brother's name? Absolutely. I'm glad she does. She's very much a part of these, isn't she? Guy, can you come through, Guy, for Lauren? Let's reach out to Billy next week then. How's that? That's radio.
Is it?
Is it? Yeah, it is. It's radio. It's KQRS. Guy, would you consider coming through? You're missed. She knows. You know that, right? She knows. there any spirits that need our help tonight crossing over? All right. You hear that? Me. All right, let's open up some light for you all. You want to turn that light on, you're welcome to. Otherwise, I'm opening up my own. All right, spirits, we open up some light for you. What we want you to do is just cross through it if you want to cross over. You do not need to cross over if you do not want to. But what are you apologizing for? Nothing to apologize for. I'm just excited that we got her. I think she's still talking to us, to be honest, Jeff. Do you see the light? You just go to it and you cross through it, okay? The one who said me, have you been able to cross over? The way that I see the light is that it's a big bright light, but then there is a thin line of light. You walk that thin line of light to cross through. Did you do it? I think there is at least one that hasn't yet. You're contemplating. You say I'm torn? You know, if you feel like you're going to be judged by crossing over, I don't believe you will be. I think the one who judges themselves the most is oneself. And I don't think you have anything to worry about crossing over, okay? I think you're safe to cross. And you can come back. Do you understand? You understand? Then cross. Took my energy. All right. One more time. Everyone cross who wants to cross. Nothing. Well, I'm going to shut down the session. I shut this down in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Thank you very much. Thank you, thank you, thank you. All right. So, we're going to call that a night there. Shannon, I see that you're heading out. Thank you very much for joining. Hopefully you'll come back at some point. Same with the rest of you. Let's see here. Just going through some comments. What does that mean? My goodness, excuse me. Where did this come from? That just came out of nowhere. Before we move forward, let's just remember here. This session is closed. You are not allowed to communicate with us or anyone else unless you are a family member or a friend. Otherwise, if you are somebody who is just coming through or someone who had reached out to us, you are not allowed to reach out to us again until we reopen this circle. I really appreciate you talking with us. I do see a number of you have said that thank you came through the spirit box. I did, in fact, miss it. So thank you, Spirit, for whoever you are reaching out. I hope that you got what you need. That is the point of this. So thank you all for noting that Spirit said thank you at the end. It's I who should be thanking them. What we'll do is we will do this again next week. We are going to be back on Sunday. We'll do more Spirit Box. We'll reach out to more Spirit. Just once again, real fast, Tuesday and Thursday, one question readings with Ane, Tuesday night, 8 p.m. Central Standard Time, Thursday night, 7 p.m. Central Standard Time. For one question reading, not mediumship. If you want mediumship, you will want to schedule time with her directly at www.onae.org. You can also see her Facebook page, /Tarot by Ane. Please check that out. And then Sunday, she is going to be on my radio show doing one question readings. You can call in. You can ask her a question while she is on the line, so you could have a little back and forth. Typically, she doesn't do mediumship on those either. You'll need to schedule a meeting, but schedule something with her. But if someone does come through, she will let you know. So, just keep that in mind. It'll be good. And then as for myself, I will be back on Sunday and doing GhostBox Live. Let's hopefully you have another night like this. If Spirit wants to turn on anything before we call it a night, that would be really cool, such as the flashlight. That would be really neat to see that go on. Otherwise, and I don't feel like it's going to. Other than that, we will call it a night. Thank you all. If you want to follow me, feel free to send me a friend request because I prefer that to instead of being followed. We're all friends here. We're all good. Also, a reminder that if you're interested, I do have a Patreon page. You can check out what we do. It's a lot of fun, and we're working on exclusive content for those who are interested in such things. Thank you all very, very much for joining in, taking part, doing this with me. I will see you all next week, and have a great week. Take care, everyone. Good night.